Namaste. Hello everyone. Welcome to Yoga Life Hacks. And today I'm going to show you a routine that you can do at the end of an active day to help you to wind down and get ready to sleep. All right, so we're going to just start lying down on the mat and place your feet about mat width apart and your hands by your sides with your palms turned upward. And just take a moment and be aware of all the places where your body's touching the floor. All the points. You can go from your head to the backs of the shoulders, the backs of the arms, the hands. Try to see if you can get both sides of the body to feel the same. So we tend to be a little asymmetrical, and yoga helps us to become more symmetrical. So just noticing maybe the right side is a little bit different from the left. See if you can match everything up and move down through the back, the buttocks, the backs of the legs, the heels. And again, all at once, being aware of all those points that are touching the floor, and feel your body sinking into those points. Feel yourself being held up. And relax into that support a little bit more. See if there's some tension that you're holding that you can let go of. And now take a deep breath down into your belly. Let your belly rise. And when you breathe out, open your mouth and just let out a sigh. And just do that again. Breathe in through the nose, out from your mouth, and again in through the nose, out from your mouth. Now notice where in your body you feel the most relaxed. And from that area, feel that relaxation spreading out through to the rest of the body. Let all your muscles soften. Let your jaw drop. Count 3 more breaths in and out through your nose. No hurry with these breaths. Slow and even. And after you've done 3 breaths, we're going to start in a moment to bring some movement into the body. And I want you to remember when you start moving your body to keep some of that relaxation that we just worked on. So move slowly, move mindfully. We're switching to a different pace right now, winding down for the evening. So first we're going to bend the left knee and place the foot on the mat. And then bend the right knee and place the foot on the mat. So you want your feet just a little wider than your hips, and you're going to let your knees fall against each other and push your lower back down a little. Let it flatten into the mat. Breathe deep in your belly. Let it sink back in. Take a few more breaths. Just like that. Rock your knees side to side. Let your hips roll. And you can make this movement as slow or fast as you like. Do what feels good to you. Just A little stretching for the hips, groin, and thighs. Coming back, knees together. Feel your lower back sinking. See if it lets loose a little more. See if it flattens a little more. And just take a few breaths. And then straighten your legs. And bring your arms overhead behind you on the floor, so arms are lined up with the ears, and stretch from your heels to your fingertips. Really stretch your whole body. Pull the shoulders and hips apart. Stretch, 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 stretch. And stretch some more. Stretch. And relax, but keep the arms overhead. And now stretch your right arm with your right leg. And pull the right shoulder and hip apart. Stretch that whole right side. Take a few breaths there. See if you can stretch any bit more. And relax. Now the left side, from the heel to the fingertips. Stretch from the hips to the shoulders. Left side of the torso, left side of the leg, the arms. Stretch. Feel your body going longer. And relax. Take a breath. Exhale from your mouth. And now we're going to do the left leg with the right arm. And reach heel to fingertips. Really stretch. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And relax. And the left side. Left arm, right leg. Pull the right heel down, left fingertips out. Stretch. Breathe. And relax. Bring your hands down by your sides. Bend your knees. Rock your knees side to side again. And bring them back to center. And we're going to take the legs straight up toward the ceiling and just hold them here. If there's a lot of tension in the backs of your legs, you might want to bend your knees a little. That's fine. But you might feel a little shaking in your legs, and that's just a release of tension. Don't worry if that happens. It's a good thing. So we're just going to rest here. Legs up. Try to have your feet relaxed. So of course your leg muscles have to be engaged a little to be up, but try to let the feet relax. Breathe deep. Put your hands down by your hips and turn your palms downward so they're pressing into the floor. And press the backs of your arms and your upper back into the floor and pull your belly button in a little. And then we're going to circle the legs and try to keep your lower back, the center of your lower back, on the floor. Okay, the outer, like the hips and so on, are going to be moving a little, but try to keep the center anchored down. We're circling the feet a few more times. And now go ahead and circle them the other way. And a few more times. And bring them back to center, and now straighten as much as you can and flex your feet so toes are pointing back towards your knees. And relax the feet, bend your knees. Bring your thighs in against your abdomen, wrap your arms around your shins, and hug your legs in. Just take a couple breaths. Letting the belly press against the thighs. And let's take the legs out on the mat, flat again. And now we're going to just bring the right leg up only. Hold the back of your leg with your hands. Flex your foot. Press your heel to the ceiling. Lift your head and bring your head as close as you can to your knee without bending the knee. Hold. And release head down. leg down, and the other leg. Lift it up, hold it, press the heel to the ceiling, stretch the back of that leg. You just hold it wherever you can. You don't have to go as high as I am. Lift your head, bring your head to your knee, hold, breathe. Lower your head and lower your leg. Take a deep breath in. Exhale from your mouth. Let's do that one more time. So taking that right leg up again, you're going to hold the back of the leg, flex the foot, and lift your head. Bring your head as close as you can to your knee. Try to keep your shoulders relaxed here. So there may be a tendency to hunch the shoulders to try to get to the knee. Just keep them relaxed. No point in hunching them. Take a couple of breaths. Lower your head. Lower your leg. And the other leg. We're going to lift it up and press your heel to the ceiling. Flex your foot. And bring your head towards your knee. And hold. Breathing deep. And lower your head. Lower your leg. Take a deep breath into your belly. Exhale out from your mouth. We're going to come up to a seated position. You can just roll onto your side for a moment. And we're going to come up to a seated position, and from there, move over onto hands and knees. So shift onto your hands and knees, your wrists under your shoulders, your knees under your hips. And take a moment to lengthen your spine. So pull your tailbone back, pull the crown of the head forward, feel space between your vertebrae. And then round your back, tuck your tailbone under, head down. And arch your back, lift your head, shoulders back. And round. And arch your back. And round. And come to a flat back, and we're going to move the hands forward, just about one hand's length. And circle your shoulders and hips together. Big wide circle. And go the other way. Circle. And come to center. We're going to take the hips back to the heels. And head down. And just stretch the fingers out. And feel that lengthening from the tailbone out to the fingertips. And lift your head, and we're going to just kind of glide forward. So bringing the forearms to the mat. You're taking your chest low, between the forearms, coming forward, and then bring it all the way down as the elbows lift up. Feet and knees together. Elbows are back. So we're coming into a baby cobra. And you have your wrists under your shoulders. And the spine elongated. Head and chest lifted. Hold. Just take a couple of deep breaths. You want to feel the belly compress against the floor here with the breath. And press into your hands. Straighten your arms. Lift your chest and head, shoulders back. And if there's any strain in the lower back, take your feet apart here. You can also take your hands forward a little. If your shoulders are hunching and you can't pull them down, or you're just tight in the shoulders, take your hands forward a little. And breathe. Think about the front of the body stretching.
Your belly dropping towards the floor, the breastbone lifting. A couple more breaths. And turn and look over your left shoulder. And center. And the right shoulder. And center. And the left. And center. And the right. And center. And we're going to take the hips back to the heels. And the forehead down, coming into child's pose. Relax your arms. Rock your hips side to side a little. We're going to come forward and lie down on the belly again. Bend your knees. Reach back and grab your ankles. Now, if you can't quite get to the ankles, you could use a strap here or do 1 foot at a time. We're going to bring the knees and feet together and pull in. Pulling the heels towards the buttocks. Just hold there. And lift your feet and hands, lift your head and chest. Hold. And release it. Lower your head to your hands underneath the forehead, knees bent. Thighs on the mat. We're going to rock the feet side to side like a windshield wiper. Letting your hips roll. And bring the feet to center and down. Take your hands underneath your shoulders. Lift up to hands and knees. Spread your fingers out wide. Turn your toes under. Take your hips up and back. Press into the fronts of your hands. And raise your right leg up. And then bring it forward. Knee behind the right wrist, ankle behind the left wrist. And you're going to take your left leg back, hips towards the mat. Raise your chest and head and hold. And breathe. So an option here, you could put a cushion or a folded blanket under that right side hip. It's especially tight. Okay, we're just going to hold here, and wherever you're feeling the tension here, try to let it go on your exhale breath. Breathing way down in your belly. And lower down on your forearms. And then lower your forehead to the mat. And again, notice, where do you feel the body holding tension? Use that exhale breath to let it go. Go ahead and lift your torso. Walk your hands back by your hips. Bend your left knee, reach back for your ankle and pull it in. And hold there. Breathe deep. And release it. And we're going to come back to downward dog. So turn under the toes of the left foot, lift the left knee. You're going to step the right leg back, downward dog. Press it to the front of the hands and lift the left leg and bring it forward. Knee behind the left wrist, ankle behind the right wrist. And we're going to take that right leg back. So coming into this pigeon pose, we're staying upright for a few breaths. Again, you could take a cushion or a folded blanket underneath the left side here. Continue to notice where there's tension and let it go on your exhale. Just a few more breaths. And we're going to lower down. We're going to come down on the forearms. Rest your head on the mat or on your hands. And relax into this pigeon pose. Breathing deeply. And go ahead and come up. Walk your hands under your shoulders. And hold there for a moment. And we're going to bring your back leg forward. And you can just sit with your feet together, your knees apart, and come into the butterfly pose. So hold your ankles with your hands and let your head go towards your feet and just relax there. And you can rock your knees up and down if that feels good. Breathing deeply, letting the upper body grow very soft, very loose, very relaxed. And just a few more breaths. Go ahead and sit up and take the legs out to the sides, hands behind you, fingers pointing back. Lean back, lift your chest, roll your shoulders back. Send the breath to the lower belly. Breathe. And sit up, and you can come to a comfortable seated position. You can sit cross-legged or kneel or sit on a chair. We're just going to do a few deep breaths. So sitting up straight, resting your hands on your legs. Breathe. Send your breath down to your lower belly. Let it go out on the inhale and rock in on the exhale. And count about 5 breaths. And rub your hands together. And rest your palms over your eyes. Take a few deep breaths. And bring your hands together to your heart. Namaste. Thank you so much. And I hope you feel nice and relaxed and sleep well.